Okay, how we doing out there? First things first, my name is Kenneth Bird. My company is Crystal Edge Technology Screens. Now, question. You've been asking me this a fast few minutes ago. Actually, for more than an hour, you've been asking me. Can Crow make the 2.0 gray screen paint? Here's why he can't. Well, number one, judging by the ingredients I have seen him try to make our products in the past. Oh, first let me announce who I am. I'm Kenneth Bird. My company is Crystal Edge Technology Screens. Judging by the ingredients that he's posted in the past on trying to make our products, he's really far away from making the products. Second, he doesn't test his products at all, so we already know from the door that due to the fact he doesn't test his products, he can't even do tests on our products, matching our products, because he doesn't do them himself. Now, what you're seeing against the screen on the white level that we have here on the great product is a black and white screen paint mix. It's actually one of yours we just made a few minutes ago. In the thumbnail, that is the exact duplicate of your UV mix. I told you we can make your products because, again, they're nothing but black and white paint. This product up here is not black and white paint at the end of the day. It has something special in it. It's not even a color of a gray screen. It appears to be gray, but it has a strange color to it, which doesn't even match a gray paint when it pour out. I told you made it kind of differently. So this is what happens if you take black and white paint and you lay it against the screen. Now the screen is gray, as you can see. It's a gray screen, and this screen is gray, but this one's made out of black and white paint. That one's not. Let me show you something too. Now, if you try to make it this complexion, would be closest match to the screen, this is what you would get. The UV mix, on the other hand, is a little darker and has an extremely hard time picking up white light due to the fact that it's black and white paint. So, as you see that on the floor, that's your UV mix right over here. And this is the duplicate of your color right there. Let me show you what happens. Now, wait, let me move back so you can see the screens right there. You know, it's interesting. That screen is actually lighter than my screen, and my screen's darker, but yet my screen's producing a higher white level. Isn't that interesting? Wait, let me do it again. See? It's lighter than my screen, and yet my screen's producing a higher white level, and that screen's coming up dark. You know why? Because that's black and white paint. Black and white paint can't produce a high enough white level because it's black and white paint. There's nothing special about it. So my screen's darker and that screen's lighter, and yet my screen's pulling up the highest white level. That shows you what you're going to be up against. Now, this is an exact duplicate of your UV mix. That's how your UV mix pops up on my screen. So the Frankenstein is only about one shade off from the UV mix. That's what I've seen already. When we had them side by side in the containers, when the Frankenstein was here, and then we tried to order it again, that particular color order was canceled. Just want to show you what you're up against, because I already know from the door. I know you like the back of my hand. I know that you're going to try to make it. This is what you're going to be up against, because again, that screen's darker, that screen's lighter, and yet my screen pulls up the highest white level. Isn't that interesting? Now, let's talk about what you're going to be up against. You're going to have to pass all tests. Now, not only you're going to have a hard time trying to match the screen, because that's going to be very difficult. Now, Jamie, here's the thing you're going to have to do. And I'm going to explain something to you, how bad this is going to get for you. I made these paints downstairs a couple of minutes ago with black and white paint for fun. Just to show you that we've done some of the tests we leave out, just so if you decide to buy it, it's kind of like too late to get out of it. Because we have your money already. And you're going to have to test that product to see whether or not if you can beat it, and you're not going to beat it at all, period. It's never going to happen. Your Simax matched the Network Gray 773, and that stuff beats the crap out of the Network Gray 73, and a few certifies, including a gunmetal on top of that. Now, if you try to make the paint, which you're probably going to try to do, you're going to have another problem, because again, it doesn't match your screen in any way. That product's lighter than my screen, and my screen produces a higher white level, or the other product on the other end is darker and it just doesn't pick up jack. So that's not going to work. Can't make it. What else do we have left? You can't fake the demonstration by putting something in it because containers are going to be sealed. There's going to be a batch number attached to it. And I just contacted the tester. He's getting his shipped off also too. Both of you are going to come out of the same container. So this is how we're going to do it, people. We're going to make 5 gallons of it, right? Then after that, we're going to take a gallon out of that and we're going to split it. Half is going to go to Jamie. The other half is going to go to the tester. He's waiting. So you're going to have to match or outperform his demonstration, which isn't going to go well for you because you don't do demonstrations in fully lit environments. And keep in mind, we're expecting to see us side by side because I cannot wait to see what this technology looks like on a P2. Thank you so much for that. I appreciate that. Next to your product. Your Cinemax can't match it. Your Hydrants can't match it. And any darker mix you have, it's going to have a hard time taking on the screen. You're going to have to try to switch in there, like do some areas where you can favor in contrast. Maybe you can favor here back and forth, try to mix up that's what you're going to have to do. But meantime, you're going to have to match the beta tester, which is going to go through a thorough test just like us. It's not pretty bad when he basically does his demonstration compared to yours. Keep in mind, this is the same fellow who produces demonstrations that take out your customers and your demonstrations at the same time. All right. Just wanted to show you this real quick. Some things I don't show right away. Some things I wait till later to show you. Now, keep in mind, this is a very interesting day, and I'll tell you why. This will be the first order that Jamie has ever placed through our website. Can you believe that? Yep, the first order ever. That means all the reviews you were doing against our product, which we already know were fake anyway from the door. And while you were in there, you didn't stop over and pick up any of the black technology. People are asking like, well, wait a minute, he was in the shopping carts. He talks all this trash about your black technology. How come he didn't pick it up? Because you know better. That's why. You definitely know better not to go near that black technology when you're in that website. I'm not being rude, people. It's true. He knows better. Because again, you talk all this trash about black technology. It's sitting right there, right next to you. You see it right there in the shopping cart, but you didn't pick it up because you know better. That technology would touch your screen or level your screen with no problem whatsoever. Whew. Yeah, you stayed away from that, like the bubonic plague. So we already know from the door you can't touch black technology right from the door. You had the opportunity, was right there. All right, let's see. Now, for those of you who ordered the paint, updates. We ordered all the formulas. Everything's coming in. We should have it in within a couple of days. Within that, we'll start making it. We'll get it set up, batch numbers, the whole 9 yards. You know how it all goes. Then everybody receives tracking numbers, and you're good to go. Jamie, be patient. Your product's coming to you. I'm not like you at the end of the day. I am a professional. Your product's coming to your door. Signature, confirm. Now, keep in mind, you put down Jamie Crow, right? All right, so that's what's going to say on the signature. They ask for ID, you're going to have a problem. You understand? All right, so your ID better match your name or you're going to have an issue. So this is what it comes from not being, honest at the end of the day. We're sending you a signature confirm because I want to make sure that you receive that package only. I want your signature dotted on that line showing that you received it. You better go back and change your ID to Jamie Crow because you're going to have some problems when it reaches here because if they do require ID, you're going to have to be to match the ID that's on the package. Next time, don't do dumb stuff at the end of the day. Just do things correctly. What is wrong with you sometimes? That's where can you do anything correctly? I'm not trying to be rude here, people, but how hard is it to put your name and address? We know who you are. It isn't like, oh my goodness, they might find out who I am. We know who you are already. All right, well, yours will be coming by certify. You know that, right? You know how certify works. Your ID better match. Now, again, if you're having a problem with this is what we're going to do for you. You can write a letter to us telling us that you need us to cancel the order. You go back in, you place it again, and this time you put your real name in there and stop playing games like a child. Write your real name in there. And then when the certified gets there to you, you can sign for it. It'll match your ID, all right? No one else in the house will be able to sign for it the way it's going to be set up. Now, for those of you saying, well, how come you can't send it by regular? You can't do anything regular with Jamie. He does so much dirty stuff at the end of the day, you really can't. You have to be one step ahead of this guy. And for those people who are saying, well, that's just, you don't have to do that. You remember the Frankenstein incident? Yeah, it's a good thing we kind of recorded the shopping cart before we basically were processing the order, because this individual went in and changed the color of the paint in his website and sent us out a completely different product than what we ordered. Thank goodness we recorded the transaction, because that's what allowed us to be able to win the PayPal dispute. Because this liar came in there and said, oh no, that color's always been that way. Yeah, sure. So you have to be one step ahead. It'd be easier if he was basically a normal human being at the end of the day, that we can just send it over to him, we can do the test, blah, blah, blah. Now, let me let you know on another thing too. Do I care about your review? Nah, really don't. At the end of the day, trust me. Am I going to watch it? No, not really. Don't care. My customers don't care. People we're contracted with don't care. People we're doing business with don't care. You know why? Because you don't do anything normal at all, period. Don't remember any time you've ever done a decent demonstration, even on my products or anybody else's products. Like the fellow said in this video, you're a deceitful liar. The guy actually said that. You can't be trusted, and you will tear down other people's products to make yourself look good. It's right there. The dude actually said it about you. So does your review make or break my product? No. What the freak is wrong with you? You've been doing dirty stuff with us for many, many years. And does it look like I'm having any problems financially with you tainting and tampering and doing all the dirty stuff you do on a day-to-day basis against us? Does that look like that's affecting my company in any way whatsoever? I'm not trying to be rude here, man, and I'm trying to hold my tongue the best way I can, but I moved in 3 different houses and you've been in the same place. So that shows you at the end of the day, no, you have not affected me in any way whatsoever, period. My products still sell. I can still back my products up 100%. My demonstrations are unmatched, as they should be. And you keep doing the same exact thing. When's the last time you made something new? Honestly, we make new technology all the time, every day. As a matter of fact, I got to be downstairs and I got to update the exotics, because now we got 4 more going to the list. Then I'm adding on to that. So no, we really don't care about his review. We don't care about what he has to say. Jamie's credibility is not even there anymore. And the reason why your credibility is not there anymore, because again, buddy boy, do I have to repeat myself? And I hate saying this over and over again. Really do. But buddy, your paint is house paint. This is house paint laying against our product. It doesn't match. And network grade doesn't even match our stuff. That basically about it. We're done here with all this. Yes. House paint, black and white paints. They don't even match our stuff at the end of the day. I don't know why. This is why I tell people before you launch a product to test it out. This is why all our products have test demonstrations. You can go to the description of the product and see a test link right there to go test the product out. The fact that you guys don't test your products out clearly shows at the end of the day that how are you going to test ours out? You're going to even do yours correctly. So this just shows you the options that you may think you have that you don't even have to begin with. You can't make a product to match our screens because it doesn't match. Because our screens have something special called heighteners and all these different things we drop on the screen, different elements to make the screen do something that other screens don't do. So you can make great paint from sun up to sundown. It won't even touch that screen. Good luck, try as much as you can. We look forward to it. As for what else would you have? There's nothing else you have. You think your Cinemax will beat that? Nah. Hybrid will beat that? No. Don't even go near the darker ones because you've seen what they look like on this screen. It's not going to go well. Expect to see a lot of this on the camera. All right, let me see. Let me move on from there. What do you got to do? Where's my freaking controller for this unit? Did I just stick it? It's right here. Yeah, I was downstairs. And I'm thinking like, hey, let's make a couple of green paint mixes and let's put them against the screen and see, give him something that, to think about. Because I'm pretty sure in the back of his mind right now, he's thinking of all the ways that he can debunk the product. Why did Jamie buy the product? Because he's terrified of it. That's why he bought it. That's why he purchased it. He needs to debunk this product because this product is going to destroy him, and he knows it already. It is a $38 product. His product costs $90 and $158 for 2 quarts. And 2 quarts of your product paints a 150-inch screen, which comes to 64 ounces. This is actually 40 ounces, and we can paint a lot with this. Matter of fact, more than 150 inches, but we put 140 in there. Does your Cinemax match, any of your screen paints match any of the test demonstrations under this product? No, because you haven't done any tests. Certified tests? No. We did a 1,000 lumen test max up room. That's 14 feet back and certified white screens, white on white demonstrations versus a screen on snow levels, ultra short throw demonstrations. Do you do any of those tests? Any at all? None at all, not one. Even making different forms of great products and putting it against your screen. Even the network, or you did the network grade 773. That's what got you in this problem to begin with. Okay, that kind of sums it up. Oh well. So you can't match the 2.0's demonstrations. You can't match the screen because the screen has ambient light projection technology embedded into it, so we can use it in fully lit environments. And you can't match the price. As for Partey, well, you already know already from the door, that freaking, what do you call it, helter skelter, freaking Da Vinci Code combination paint nonsense. Yeah, customers can paint this on like that, dry in no time at all. They can watch a movie way before the other person's still painting their second coat in. They can watch a movie already. It takes too long to do your process already. And what I've seen from your products already, you match the house wall, which is pretty bad, especially when you go through a whole entire instruction video of explaining people all these multiple coats you have to put in, and it's a stacking system, and then you lay it up against your wall and it blends into your theater wall. I showed so many people that demonstration. The first person I showed was this one fellow I told you about. You can hear him laughing before he picks up the phone. That is the most hilarious thing ever. He saw that demonstration. He could not stop laughing. You mean to tell me you went through all of that to paint this screen and to have it match the theater wall? The problem is you guys have been cheating people for a long time. This is what it really comes down to, so you can understand this. It's not about taking your customers at the end of the day. It has nothing to do with that. It has the fact that you guys have been cheating the daylights out of people for the longest time. Improper test demonstrations, using high-end projectors, dark environments, faking contrast demonstrations, outlandish accusations about your products that you can't even back up at the end of the day, and your customers are going there and spending $90 for some gray screen paint that's been around for 9 years ago. And you got a nerve to call people scammers at the end of the day. Your product should be under $50. Let's see. Well, I'm going back in VR. I was in the chat with a few people. They say, so what about everyday grade paint? Somebody actually brought that up in the VR tournament. What about somebody makes everyday grade paint? I said, let's try it. That's why we're here. Isn't what you say white levels are everything, right? Because you always talk about the white levels, how bright it is. When you get all that about the whole white level thing, how bright it is, you gotta be all that white level. Yeah, this technology produces an amazing white level. Now the UV mix, what we found about that when we had over here for testing, the UV mix can pick up contrast, but next to a black screen it can't, because black screens pick up a 1% black level and gunmetal, so you can pick up next to that screen. But next to the gray paint here, you'll pick up a contrast level. The problem is you just can't see white light. Your screen can't accept it. It doesn't pick up. The gray products you have, again, this screen is going to be overpowered because it can see contrast. The gray screens can't see contrast. It's going to act exactly like the, what do you call it? The network grade 773. Your personal mix looks like the network grade 773. The hybrid mix definitely looks like the network grade 773. I say that looks like that Silver Mist 1619 looks a lot like that in that category. It's very light. The lighter you go on your product, the worse it's going to become against this technology, because this technology can generate contrast. Your darker screen is going to have an issue on it because they can't pick up white levels or color. This screen has a perfect balance. For a gray screen, pretty good. AK desired nature. And again, our test demonstrations, which I freaking love, which I love posting to the site, you can't beat any of them. Because your product hasn't even done the same test this screen has done. So he's threatened by the price big time. $38? That is scaring the heebie-jeebies out of him right now. So he needs for this paint to fail when it gets down there. Nope, this paint's going to do quite well. And again, you're going to have to match the tester, because he's going to have the same thing you're going to have in your container. So there's no excuses, no way to get around it. How would we say it? You have painted yourself into a corner. Now, again, I'm not going to bother watching your reviews. What for? We know what's going to happen. If you fake anything comes up, and at the end of the day, hey, the tester will actually present his demonstration also too. So you can explain to how in the world possibly, please do a Q&A on this. I would love to hear that one. How in the world that your product came out of different out of 5 gallons, number one, with a batch number. And out of the 5 gallons, out of that 1 gallon, out of that particular one split between you and another person, your product came in looking that way and his came in looking this way. That's like somebody saying, hey, look, I got a glass of lemonade. It was sweet, but when I got it, it was sour, like super sour, no sugar in it whatsoever. How is that possible? And then again, you do wear a tinfoil hat. So when I mean tinfoil hat, he comes up with some really freaking weird theories on how things work. What was one? One was I had the ability to be able to manipulate. Oh, I could edit it live. That was the best one ever. I could edit it live. Do you have any idea the technology that I would have to edit actual live? Do you have any idea how many news reporters would love to have that kind of technology in a day? You could edit it live? Yeah, that was the dumbest thing I've ever heard. Oh, what was the other one? One time they thought our screens were actually gray. That's why they were picking up a higher white level. What's the other theory I have? Camera has special abilities to make the screen look brighter. So let me get this straight. 9 certifieds laying against the screen, and the camera only picked up my screen and made it brighter. Theory about the customer who took pictures inside of your house and showed you what your screens really look like when the lights are on. You posted, well, the guy removed it, but he posted at the bottom that it was my account and they traced it back to my IP address. So I have access to the inside of your house. All right. I love these theories. That's why I said you're a stone throw away of being in an RV with a tinfoil cap right behind Area 51 with your conspiracy theories. Let's face it, your product is done. It is. You did the damage, most of the damage you did to yourself. You did the network array, it didn't go well for you, and then you got caught trying to hide the evidence. And that's what happened. That's the end of it. I mean, no matter what you tried, at the end of the day, you're done. You're kind of like watching a person jump out of an airplane without a parachute. I mean, they try to grab one for something, but at the end, there's nothing left. Just bounce off the earth. Try your best to brace for impact. That's all you can do right now. If you had mind your own business, this would have never existed. I told you I had no interest in great technology. I really didn't. I was happy with the black technology I was designing, but you kept running your mouth and That's the problem. And I had to come in and design this. And then on top of that, the fake demonstrations you kept doing, and you're cheating the daylights out of your customers on so many levels it wasn't even funny. So something had to be done about it. Then you got the other one over here, this Star Trek math, talking about, the polymers and the quantum physics of the optical, the screens locking together, and so on, so on, so. And for a minute, I thought you were explaining like a Japanese anime version of the Power Rangers. You do know that theory doesn't even work. Screens don't fuse together if they're already dry. You want lights up, people? There you go. Oh, that looks great. Oh, they're doing the breakdown on it. I see what they're doing. They're decaying it. That's nasty. No sound. I'm not speakers now. They're downstairs. I have some demonstrations I'll be doing tomorrow. But thank you for your business. I really appreciate it. I really do. As I said before, I don't do that whole cancel order, so I will be keeping your money, so you know that. Everything that we shipped out will be all recorded, all transactions, everything, every single thing. And the reason why is because just in case the Crow tries to file away, not as described, everything will be documented. So we can submit all information to legal, and you'll lose another PayPal claim again. You don't want that, trust me. Play it by the books, do what you need to do. If your product fails, take it like a man, and it will. It's nice, ain't it? 38 bucks. You guys want all that money for great paint at the end of the day. This technology is worth more than $38, and we charge $30 for it because it's a great paint. It's 9 years old, that's why. We have enhancement technology in here that you don't even have at the end of the day, or anybody else doesn't have at the end of the day. And we still charge $30. It's a 9-year-old product. That's why. And you guys are trying to get that kind of money for 1 quart? Are you crazy? I can't believe I found a Sony VPL FH30 for freaking 200 bucks. I paid $300 for my unit. What you yelling at, Taco? Wow! Oh, wow! What's going on outside? Giant raccoon? Possums? Is it a possum? Crazy kid to you. What are you screaming out the window? I'm not been paying attention to you out there. You've probably seen one of the giant raccoons walking through. That's what you're seeing. That's right, when the giant raccoons walking through. That's what you're picking up. That's what you're seeing. When them big boy raccoons are walking through again. You don't want no beef with that. Trust me. That's a big freaking raccoon. Hey, what you doing? Cut it out. Get out of the window now. Let's go. When you yell out the window, people don't want to hear you yell. I don't want to hear. Come on. Chop, chop, chop. Out, out. Out of the window. Shut it up. Go downstairs. Go to your bed, your sofa. Nobody wants to hear that you yelping out the window. He goes downstairs. That's what my cat got, mental problems. He yelps upstairs, goes downstairs and yelps. Man. Taco! No! There's got to be something really big out there. Fox, something out there that he sees. You don't do that until we get something big walking around up there. You ain't gotta worry about the foxes walking up on. Foxes usually walk in packs anyway. You'll notice when they come up, they walk up on you. Hey! Nah! It's the skunks you gotta worry about. Those are the ones you really gotta worry about. You get sprayed with them, that'll ruin your whole day. Look how beautiful that looks. No calibration, none of that. And like I said, I ain't watching that review for what? The man lies through everything. It's the first product he's ever purchased. I'm gonna frame this freaking receipt and put it right up on my wall. I'm not gonna put it in my office on a gold frame. First product he ever ordered from us directly to our website. Now, you completed that task. Go pick up one of those black technologies next. Is he going to do the test? Nah. Screen paint can't even do the test on this technology. He's not going to do that. Never going to do that. What can use these spray paints some more for the black screen? Ambient light projection technology. Get my curtains too. You remind me of, is it Amadeus? I think it's Amadeus. No, I'm not calling myself a genius at the end of the day. I don't think I am, far from it. But it does remind me of Amadeus. The guy basically was gifted and he could just write music like that, almost like the angels had wrote it, if you ever saw Amadeus before. And the other guy was basically wanted to be a skillful person playing the piano, but he just didn't have it. It wasn't meant for him to have it. And the interesting thing about it is the other guy, well, that's not me because I kind of don't take it for granted. I love what I do and I'm very appreciative of what I have, but that's what it came down to. Like no matter what he tried, he just could not capture what he was able to do. And he was pretty jacked up. But yeah, that's what it comes down to. I mean, let's put it this way. Can Crow make good screen paint? He probably could. He can make good screen paint. He just can't cut corners. You got to roll up your sleeve. You got to work hard to do it. It's not something that you could just cut corners and do it. You have to work hard at it. There's a lot of testing involved. It has to be done. If you don't, your product's going to suffer. Anybody can come in and basically butcher your stuff because your product's going to suffer. He has to be able to go in and work harder. Everybody has the capability to do better. It depends on what kind of dedication, effort you're going to put into it. He doesn't put any effort in his product. That's why his product suffers so badly. He has the capability, anyone's capability to make good products. Depends on if you're going to basically roll up your sleeves and do the work. And he doesn't want to roll up his sleeves and do the work. That's the problem. All right, I'm pretty much done here. I'm gonna go downstairs. I finished. I'm jumping on my game. I'm in a horde match. I'm actually about to jump into a horde match in a few minutes and see if we can take this bunker, which is probably gonna be a pain in the neck to do. But until then, until these guys can get it together and make better screen paints for people, this is going to be here. Because at the end of the day, they should be making good products, not that trash they've been making. They haven't been doing their jobs correctly, and they know they haven't been doing their jobs correctly. And they know they've been stealing from people at the end of the day. It just took somebody to come on air, show you how it's done, and show you the test. Gentlemen, if you can't do the test, then don't make the product. That's all to it. If you can't back up your products to the customers and say, hey, look, these are our test demonstrations. It's not that cheesy, in the dark, but depending on one projector to do the whole entire test. Oh no, seriously, do a real serious demonstration. Now, at the bottom of the video, I will post our test displays on this product. And again, I don't understand how people do these tests in dark environments. No, that's still cheating at the end of the day. You have to do it in a fully lit environment. That's how it has to be done. Now, we did the gray paint because you need to see this at the end of the day because I'm pretty sure he's going to try to make it, which we don't care at the end of the day because, as I said before, he's not going to be able to make it. And then again, you have to be to match all test demonstrations. You guys cut corners, so that's what you do at the end of the day. And are we going to watch his reviews? No. Why? For what? It's a waste of my time to go in there and watch a review on someone who's been doing fake reviews on our product since day one. He has never did an honest review, ever. So, no. Are we concerned? No, not really at all, period. Not concerned at all, period. He's doing it because he needs to debunk the theory to make the product look bad so that way he can continue to scam people on his products. But those days are over for you, buddy. I wouldn't even consider this to be competition at the end of the day. The fact that you have to be in the dark with your product clearly shows your product doesn't even work correctly. Alright, I'm going to go downstairs and get this cat quiet because he's losing his mind down there. Hope you enjoyed the video demonstration. I am done. I got to get tomorrow morning. I got to paint in a 200-inch screen, display it for the customer, and then move on from there. Get ready to get these orders shipped out and get everybody taken care of. Alright, with that being said, hope you enjoyed the video demonstration. Thank you for your time. I have to go. We'll use this tomorrow downstairs with a black screen. Where you at? I hear you too. Now you're gonna run. In the window, losing your freaking mind. About what? Ain't nothing in there. Open up my door, ain't nothing over there. Losing your freaking mind. Get away from the door. Get away from the door. Get away from the door. You're doing too much. You're doing too much. Thought so. Nothing out there. Just losing your mind. Go down. Go sit on your sofa somewhere. Why is my projector not on? I'm watching me a show tonight. Let me see. Oh, for once, finally got the remote controls for over here. We never have them over here. There we go. Pop on, see what's on YouTube. Oh, let me see, Christian music playing. All right, I'll figure out what I want to watch later on. I'll throw it over there. I get lost. We already opened up the shopping cart already for early opening shopping cart already for the 44s. So I got to send the links out ahead of time because they're telling me when it opens up, let them know so they can get theirs. I got to put another order in for that. We got a couple of batch numbers to make. And I want to take these screen paints. Really, seriously? I want to take these gray screen paints we made and put them against the black 44 tomorrow. Why don't you say what you say? Oh, let's do the retro pie for the floor today. I haven't done that. My new controller just got here too. I want to get a chance to play some games off the retro. This is done. You want to hear something else interesting? We haven't, since we launched the 2.0, we haven't received any form of hatred mail from Crow. Another confirmed that all that mail, we knew it was coming from you anyway. We knew it was because the tracker was tracking it was tracking everything. But it's interesting that the minute that comes across and you order it, we haven't received anything at all. So you were getting up at 7:34 in the morning and you were sending over from 31, somewhere like 13, 20 messages to that account. You do know we filed a complaint against him on Wix, right, for the whole pornography nonsense, right? So they've been monitoring his account, his activity. So when we basically take those messages and we report them, it goes to their office. That's where it goes to, the complaint office. Now, enough of them go through, they got investigated now. We had over, I say over 100 came from him. That has to go under an investigation because they consider it in the line of bullying, terroristic threats, stuff like that. That's what they look at it as. So, yeah, man, yeah, I don't know what's wrong with you sometimes. But then again, like I said, you're a weird dude. Jealous and weird dude. Jamie, if you even knew what goes on in my life behind this business, contracts and things I'm tied to, things I'm getting ready for next year, I'm building something. I'm building something really big. Something's going to allow my company to get offline and we can make me a millionaire real quick. I got big plans for this technology. And you'll be sitting there ranting behind your computer all day long, upset and angry, instead of rolling up your sleeves and doing something better. It's in the same place. Ooh, I like this show. This is a good show right here. I'm definitely gonna be watching this. This is the Beard Meets Food. I love that show. That guy can kill some food off. You don't learn anything, man. All this hatred, all this time you spend doing all this dumb stuff. Oh, no, forget, there's no point in saying that. You'll never do anything positive. I tried that one already. I think I want to do the retro pie off this. Retro pie hooked up? It is hooked up. Yeah, I just retro. I haven't did a Merle Brothers in a while. We did some Merle Brothers. Merle Brothers. Do right there. You're in your battle cries. What is going on with you today, nut job? Who are you crying out the window to, huh? What girl captured your heart? You got the window whining and crying. Look at you laying right on the floor the minute the projector goes off. You're crying out the window. Let me see, what are you hooked up to? Oh, you're running right through here. All right. Bum, bum, bum. Something in here. Yeah, whatever. See what's going on with the retro pie. All right. So I gotta figure this mess out later on. Something's going on here. Should be barreling through. Well, did I get new controllers? Oh, okay, here we go. I'll say, did I get the new controllers? And it doesn't want to function? Okay. There we go. I'm gonna sit back here and play my classic. I haven't played any of my classes for such a long time. Program should be coming up on this side. There we go. Perform jam. Well, this is where I'm going to be at, people. I had to configure the RetroPie for a wireless controller so I can sit up here and do my gaming. So this is where I'm going to be at tonight. Going back to the past, playing some retro games. Oh, they got the N64 on the other end. Yeah, I'm definitely going to dive into N64. They got some games I'm going to play. PS4, I'll probably do some Need for Speed 3. I haven't played that in a while. Man. All right, people, I'm out of here. I had to get some. I want to have some fun. This is my off time. Hope you enjoyed the rest of the day, or sorry, rest of the day. Sorry, rest of the night. And yeah, sorry we got to come on like that, man. But that guy, man, I'm telling you, at the end of the day, boy, he doesn't do anything honest at the end of the day. Really doesn't do anything honest at the end of the day. Always doing something deceitful. And it's crazy that this is the first order we ever received from this guy directly from our website. He's done so much deceiving, dirty stuff at the end of the day. But like I said, everything catches up to you, full circle. That's the beautiful thing about karma. All right, gotta go. God bless.